rates in millions a day. Revenue projected to increase with full rollout.
We did Minda was beer. Na yamma nyina ya ho hyedin na yakọ o hwendra seme to yen ni se bedi hu ko
no fa cheme ma yemfa no no nhyase
okay
fa cheme pa ma yemfa no nhyase se de medi kan e boss so no se interior minister e de ababetu ja se sabrede nipa 23 out of that me nsade o ma hwe o mo nkwa e na du no mum e na yetimi save o mo na za se mbisi se ya e na ya na twetwen enkomoba ne nkaya hwefo yi a me kai pass somewhere new plan e won kran ha say ya melcom building ni jirigu ye e ma fe de mampemfo ni e be call ya guys obi si dan a obon say even yen o manfo no kom obi timi fe me who say building we say si ha say na ni pillars no e too thin for maybe 4-story you shed down on the wall no ni ade na which means cement anya den ankomu enti abusiafo nti building na jirigu ye no eno na esi wono mo sei obi so wono obetimi akase building na si wono mo for years eso musi dum pempenso se ni esi wono ma che ye hu se omo ba beto aso ye hu ni se de nsuo si ato aburo na si wono na no there be editorial nti e be ya ngomumbu ni nyina enwu ansa na nyesa da chi bi no ebetimi akofa oyene aba enye bia this particular building no de maken sana na etia na esan say yes asemsi a ena me address kokom kumu say na na esitie no krompo no I mean we putting proper measures in place engineers be koye e kohwehwe ehun say e strong enough even the area no because area be ono asase bi ho no ma what mean ti ensi story ensi so e say what mean yes evaluation ni nyina e koso a ansa na sa wo ye nei esi ana
jo Abraham nda wasbiem na yema yen nyina ye ho hyede si de America no Ghana ena oye ne kese ato yen na yema abusua a o ma hwere o ma de hye titiriu no hyede de wo ka nyina kaboma sisi ehun se nimpa na ya hwere omunkwa and human life nanso enya de a si elusu a easy so obetimi a recover it's irreplaceable so but yeah nimpa no we have responsibility emu bi na o keka no se na ansa no yemmo eye abanyuma a omo ye security me can say police for migration for fire service for what all the services o hwe enre adwumadia omudia anything amufo ne nso omadaroma omutumi bua rescue eye nimpa ni bimpa sana eye you know the people with expertise in terms of rescue no omo ba ye nadmoni ade nti e bom nyina abaso na media so ye mom abaso ko UTV mo cameraman omo gina wa from time see nyina exactly and na informing amount phone po omo nti ye madodo na ultimi ba o na ye ba particular incidents ya o share structure na esi wa check akra nti ye musa so hono so na ye project a ye siama ye school for a omo wa akra new town na nya ba bia akọ nti project ni si wo dadada no ye beka say yen amayofo o starting a time ben e na efi wa bedu samrewe a yen ye ho hwe na oye ne we aba no but Ghana one thing so we no say asamoba na ya kan say ya na ye den akwakoda ni ye hwe say ebia ebi nsensi biem na utie nkomo efre echi aba beka say oye na aba I'm a politician enye sa amre abusuya ensunu gujemu eni ebe blame obi sa aban bi na start here and then the project was under get fund in account just a year by a crown is last back 2 weeks ago the MPO area ne MC you know omoko inspection almost almost develop a new one do omo ye ho adwuma nti omoko e na omo woni omo say this particular building no ema obia enko ho enra akwesie asori for ne ko wa oye ne we ebesi no so the American said the abey whatever we need to do to correct the wrongs no yes say because we know is a clear indication say you be do rainy season by any rainy season as we speak o hwe nsu egugu enra kakra ne ade ne nyina na things say it may be part of the ACA because we are not building no nsu na gusu a che for years any attended to. And I'm raising just the pillars. I'm supporting with blocks. So I'm supporting the blocks. No, I'm we have found here good concrete nafa pillar no. And can the support never be strong. Inti when I said yes, you know, you're just going forward, you know. You better na you 2-1. I'm also being CBM. And the various municipal assembly inspection team, especially the works department, and so no. So I buy my contract na contractor basaita. Omo so many be DH ni be value for money. Near say recently, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama see training college. I'm constituency. That's Amenfi's constituency. In fact, when you say I'm more president, about nominal say, and he has a serious to treat Okuam say, or president de Bono so my assassin. Now, contractor and a buyer no, almost some share sites no, baby I say margin near DNT. They had wanted to stop even the project. So I have to rush to get fund. And they are expert in testing the soil. That's the case here. Near land in a project in occupy. So I have cable out. Near Wejuma. No one to me see baby land bit me as sustaining. Because a huge project in a buying a deba. Intervention engineers since many a time no more money call a yes idea no MIA. And I share as far as project no fund war constituency or municipality no. There are project inspectors at least routine no who call rounds. No one who say project when state to saying I see a raising it down and I say I see a twice. Then the leadership there na pushy near to me re and run yankopon ye dana CBM say sensi andra and a kebesi and da kebi the story would have been different. Because certain school kwala owo gayen hwe number e be fimu nyame adom ti ye nyina area ne so no one say debris near there no munja ne ho omo clear ni nyina say as a minister of interior I heard him speaking this morning say ombe no makra nyina no say land no see there be yankwala bi nko ho na onko prane ade but dey ba kon see see bi no hwe central form koye na since be say na sen ko mo gie Wellington boot because anomo safety boot ade asa na mo report ma yetifie nya bia show na so mo safety is more important. It is a whole scene, sir, no matter what level, no matter what. Not say security for say China. Am I ready politics into it? Ocean environment no crampons so I don't call baby no. Sometimes be she baby or brain or team. As environment near the dempa, omunya enti no much me abua no I rescue no. Inti said your kind no crescent no cre. The best stress when we go to any sinner. Expect no more your majumano. We should allow them to do their work. Near one in Jenny Adibia, Yabuanian Shese and one so in Yadia, a being interfere in doing their work to rescue one we him. So just imagine Obia Crefy Fie or so quite sorry. Now Waba Okoya, the any parents betting say, and any family betting say, which is very, very, very bad. But as you rightly stated, no, yen fanya the suya na say a buying. Itu ana mo bi se be provide enye school nko enye bibia yen hwe se aban bi start obi be wie yen hwe se engineers near the experts be hwe se the right materials are used even sometimes the land ubaba yen kron kase mu near the be bi won pa abena hono ye waterlogged area ombaka obi baka koton said those areas no swamp areas no ya ne bo anya den baka koto fufu oh you see to ball go ya dampe ebe kakra no na omo ko twa ne plots e dey amobi o kwa kosi dan ye test soil ne saying that particular structure no ebetumi soil ne betumi a holding ana ni nyina no boil down to omo the technical know how in terms of inspecting such structures near there no this year run here awesome. Now going forward, let's draw lessons from this. Then you say we know you betu na mo may be CBM. Yeah, nipa ne there. This incident near the betumi see because so say your natural cause land anything can happen to land the way may be BSC. But at there you prevent you be you know. Yeah, ku ye me hwe say betu na mo say be prevent it. Now you better the minister responsible for interior Yewura Mutaka nso ase o hwe ne quick respond to the situation or cause no motivate the men. I think the military and entire security architecture ni nyina mpo ekowa no pair mate say your man penyin so be call ni ahwe say school dan na kwala ni here. This is Accra o. Abuna we have a long way to go. Insi Accra kwala no school dan mpo no omo ne baby papa tena ne. Now how much more yeah outside Accra? Rural areas. Obama constituency am face. You hear schools. Mean that buying born home modern say you schools bebre but we need more. The reason why I was very happy say and paying come a revenue because if the government can develop more then we need to put measures in place to rake in more revenue here to meet their developing. So when the people are paying their taxes near there and the money is not used for what the purpose of which the money is being collected. Me know but now near di unkomo. Na sa ban so bana so when so ade unso say obetu ana more in puntu abre. Now ye na ato abusuan. Ye di abetina akasa o. Ye momo ya akọ. Me papa na ka kire say o say me late father late Bernard Bimpon. O say eye tu obi na say menwa okwa oni say nipa na ewu na okoja no. Na say benwa
na hu say
wahwera de.
Yeah, wa betu
wakuma mu. So me ba wi ase abena me de man obese no. Yewura what is it? Eda Donko.
Ebron founder.
Nyakopon hwira no. Me say ni nyame somo no abena Ghana ha ne ye sebe. I'm a full Christian, a member of the Apostolic Church Ghana. But abena ho ba ye din. Hwede ye to no.
The faith has been tested and
exactly. Hey. Anodin mami yenu eye nipa na eko enye ordinary people
anodin ejina yase
yes onyare na ni da so obehwe busuya
na na kasa so da 5 minutes penny edu
exactly
5 minutes na edu
so still ohwe ni ba
second job ready edini shame second job
testimony
enye easy
na me se me ti wono na me hwe wo dia bayi die na me behind smiles no e dia na ekoso wa akiri no okohye ne kokoa mu a e dia na eyire a no wote wono je so what me say wo bubu no wote wo so na eja momu encourage wo mo no bi se no aso na yire nsa na nanim nyina se de se de
nti hwa ne quotation na ordinary ne say ade nyina ne emphasize da manyame me hwe ni quotation na ordinary no but ade nimpa e be prevent e be ne de best resi nyina ntu it should be collective because eba sebe se enam mevan say obi na anye na adwuma yi a that person directly no obi a wawu no maybe affecting it direct nti yen woman tamu yen de aban adwuma hyensa individual Ghana for ade bia edi oye ne beba no yen nyina yen hwe se ye betumi aboa na yen hwe maninsi ni aba be blame game so far no ye be ma abusuya ene Ghana nyina hyede ne yakọ na yen paying for so o hwe nra the education minister was there yera Hernan Drusu the MP paying for yen hwe se we ye chi no the best say omomo that area no ye be ma mu school betumi aboa na saade we bi ansi na various constituencies so schools dan here no e be man na hwe se nsuo betotoi when ye signal de amaye see e be ma the inspecting team
completed buildings ni bi
yami eninkom na ye hwe se we na bi nse
okay yo abusa for honorable Nicholas Amankwa na de na no esi ne ka say ya engineer Kwame Pepra former deputy chief executive officer a public procurement authority ewo ahase engineer Memo Akwaba
that's it apacho edini e prempe
ameka Pepra on
I ka Pepra
facha me why
I don't know why
you PR e facha me engineer Kwame Prempe ewo ahase bibia bokodie
na me adom
na me asepa mate me ba wo so na ma me nko doc honom doc ti asema honorable kai no na dey pono so
yo minu aba me da wase me de nchi akoma yahwefo ebio na mama ebusuafo so yakọ saase mu ya atu yen de amadodo na aboto fitinra ya sure say amafo fufu nso say me social media brand bi kra ba so say o anka nsumawu sana na oka na sa asem no but sa adan a collapse no human error nipa na kokosi dan no ena for one or two reasons say nipa no abandon sa structure no seni okokosi sa dan no so obetimi so mbe ye de enim but odru ono osi ye ena ojaye ebi aban timi ye sa say ye system wa seni awonim no yamanyofo ye ombesi eyi adan ni bi esi ona ye ja obi ba o se won to aso na ensem bebre na nso sa bre nye ono na mpesa me kan ho asem se nipa o sha ase ne nipa o so to aso ni go nyina nye ono na but even that no ye wo structures bebre wo ha enya aban na esi individuals nso esi mi ka se ukọ eyi a labadi se beach road no edan tintin bi si ho enye 2 years ago na esi ebesi ho enye 3 years ago and I'm sure say 10 years ago so na ebesi ho sa dan ne gusu esi ho womo a ya pawo say so mo hwe adan sie ne ne esi de daw esisi wo ne inside mo no omo contribution any say omo contribution any say ebesi dan na edan no yenwie ye na esi ho saa ne usu tohwe no any say esu mi ke ye twa nkrofo ka mini kan obubo bi so obi ba besi dan a ebi dan bi am ye se mi si ye chem say ye geologist o say yi be ba behwe no tie na e wo ho no na say no tie na e wo ho na ntimi support edan ko am yi ba besi a on be advise me na me revise whatever plan I have for the land. Ghana ha no yenim nyansa pa yenim enioma e ha yen ye problem yenim ni na sanso nim hu nim die
solution.
Yes betimi eyi free sa ha onim enti ya yemra fe go krata so bylaws usi assembly bi district assembly bi so person si dan ya sam na ni nyina gina ho hwe o say you na satisfied conditions are available but minimum ye no tie ye witnesses say nya sa ene kono
amra no ho de
wo fe
na so wo de ye
yes so enti was say asua ya pa won wo so mo hwe saa dan na esisi ho amanfo esi eja wo ho ene nyomu ba besi ni no mu nim nyomu aye so mu disi ene no tie wa asase na se a omu nim enyomu a se ebola mini e kan ye ya tu bola se ye nkra na ye ko bola ye ko tu ayi omu friend saying wetlands the Ramsey sites omani fele ho ne bola 3-5 years so bola no omu de go na ho no esi wi anu akoto na otia ba beguso aprapra ho oba be si dan wechina saade we nye bia ba ko bi o be bia wo Ghana
bo swampy area
wonim se we anka sata no mai ebesi ho na nka enkola ba behwe se sa no ma we sa bia we si e na omotena ya fum ni nyina ne bola enti 2-3 years later no omukọ ekoton asase no say wo krom obi am person betena krase the outskirts of Accra obi am person beben ho nti wo krom we wuto anu wa ye de watu anwe egum na we si fefefe obi
apebo ba bi egugu so ansa na de anwe egum na tintim
sa adan we apart from the AC we e wo krom ha bebre ampenifo esom tom na esi wo ne ehwe masa o yene we a esi nra na ebinsi bebre wan kran ha sei adentina wo say basa empenifo a e wo so omhwe sa ade no enwuma ni bi omo ye ne se omo yi omani ni omo yi omani so omo ba ho a se wa woni se ye kasa ochina me de beba ochina me de document beba ochina making adansifo na ko ekutua adansifo na ko ekutua se nya me ma me nsi mi dan obenwu anu esi abronsan esi sa dan ne so asase ne so uye hu hwe enye yi afin so no penifo na e wo so omo hwe so no omo ba be hu se we are unauthorized building esi ho onso omo nka hwe mfa ho yesi ebi mo create me stop work by AME onwa densifo no okoto painti kokko no any brush no dia be stop work by so and so date nti wo inspector no ba ho kra ho say mini pa aba and me nka ho asem bio
oh not say not from the authority anymore on one dey pa aye
on one dey pa aye
stop work so not just no
yes it's no stop work no o see nyeti America sa no mani nyina ne say we dey akwakoye I mean the case no context no akoye different but here were common ones around us within yes our community I sorry I faka enumusuo ko baby aso we are okay da bibi besi no earthquake baby ayato ball egu we see down da the decomposition take place as na sepro it earthquake bi kan ho na mo odan mo ye nsia say ya mo nyam bewu we na yesa mpenifo no mo mani ekuhu pa because we just a different context but the common ones are just I mean all over the place so my main sounds on share a friend is saying logistics it drew a baby say a be here ya buying buffer no in terms of protection we be chance ya no bo achimota me come asem iso because yes here the Israel crama bi
e buy
na akohwehwia ho ada krama yentimi nya bi ye dia ya na we funny o krama yentimi nya krama fan nhwehwia en rescue crofo
so be a special breed so
ye betimi ni boy ya he nti Ghana na ye kan sika bu ma yentimi koton sa
no dey no free Israel no it's not
there be say no dey John Obokwa kai say police service
no
be na Ghana forces narcotic control
that's good that is an improvement but you can share the past so that we will be able to know where we are going
of course
etino ohono ye kopɛ sankraman no emse na ye niwu na impinifo apɛ ho fɛn sɛ kwan pa bi atu wo ho
yenya ye ne
ayɛ because you see developing country no na wo be define who you are and more being defined but a lot of the time no see ya wo bibi biara wo wiase ya no aya ye mamafo
ni define
yes say na ye tie na fi yes rekra se krama me hwehwia no on rescue ye enya se me kan tare obi but sa na yesu ma tie enti yen hwe sa ni mani na logistics I mean how much would it cost a country like Ghana 33 million population say SCCA nyina agigi 111 cedi 33 million nya 33 million cedis yentimi fa and provide this logistics here just on I mean on a quick spot no yebetimi a rescue crofo because on crofo am we tamben ye rescue that was not indicated in the paper I think it was a developing story team yeah but we share time na chesan kitimi e kan ye ho ntema kata nipa miensa no omo enfrim ama ankwanko yeka because any pamiensa na omo free mu nso no omo wo enipa bia omo de boa o my Ghana yeah so ebia say enipa yi omo ye minors ana say majors omo ye mpedi omo wo enkrofo so omo ni makra na omo enkrofo bi so omo hwe won obra bia omo gbo bia no affect stem some social vices bi bit me apija I think say ye wo enuma binuma and to see we shouldn't allow it to keep
dog we dem pacho me ntwa no na wo ka we no on say one adenso abena developing is with this new podium say fire service for ya there omo reporting time be 15 minutes after obi reporting but see a dog ya develop ya there say asem see a wakoto so na say report no free emergency line or whatever na nipa ne gina no otwa selfie into many a time we don't even report to the appropriate authorities on time
promptly
it's a suban sa so no see a share
so from different perspectives say bano manipa ni chana e drew bra say investigate so I am also play pivotal role e boa e ma ye but say they work and I understand ye betwa de now so hefa na ye de ko ye twa de ato hefa na yetimi anya sa swift intervention no ama say bibini na say so ano na ya so ano ntemonti I agree with you
enti no ono no kra na nipa bebre bi wa mo na be no ni eyi miensa on betimi unu etwa na memfrɛ
yes
but another thing so I na high also be on my incident here I want to be the first person to bring the news.
Send here.
It's you know, I see it play a me said the bear, you know, and yet the bear. And no education in was your fan as I want near the ato a honomo. It is a be a nipa be an a DJ being a dab on Senate, and I say, or Webusia or Ma. Oh, I am a devastating so
ethics.
Ethics apply nothing to it.
It when na say yan hihye ya abefo yi epno anu abai ye de be so anu wo fumu a na ye de asotwe ama esan say obi areho anaso obi yaw enti say saade no kom dane sika mawo anaso enije mawo but say onu mom no events and that humanitarian character in you know should emerge rather than going to take shot of such scenes and be posting them. You know, so was here. But the person become editor to one say, and send a minua honorable ekan ye obi eho and a wo into a atam camera phone it is a betua unia anasi wankasa a wohye mu obetwa mu se ene de me ho akire me ana ubeye sa na nti sa yesuba we nyina yenya but I think I need to also proffer a solution institutions are ya power say e wo so mo hwe e ma periperi yo e fa adansi ehu ene e ho hyehyeye no omo nso no omo tan hwe ha masa oyene we etimi etoto ye no sa impinifo e down no so no we need to call them to question
okay
na so twe bi so e down nti si an start sa ye man no e be basabasa sa de bia me e pese e blame obi nso say nipa no nya onim ho hwe
okay me that's it all engineer mame brows
mame me that's it de ka me nchia ahwefo ene minion mo ha nyina na nse ne Monday yes na watching as intino me wish you be a good week say na watch yesimi intimi enye productive week intimi enye ndwuma de enkoso ebebre ye ene Ghana man nyina really eba asem de areho pa intimi mabusua ne Ghana fo nyina ya akọ but say ye hwe hawa sa no mo wetimi sisi a mpempi no ye see am so emra but o hwe emra e wo Ghana ha ye wo mra bebere pa a lot of things eno mesi a na enye emra ye ni na mum se e bedi mra no so ene ya na mpempi no e ha ye se ubesi dan ya Ghana ha e se o je permit bebere ba ko ye structural integrity report e se o ye sana watu aso enti sa dan ye o musi ye how was the report enra say atenare ho na kwan bi be fa so e betumi ahwe bia na ye hwe bia ebi wo ha social media ebi wo ha the traditional media yi it things em bebre according to omo wo mantem ho no ebi kire say sa dan yesi no be 2012 ye president Mills abenso apenso na structural integrity mistakes ntino omo anto aso na omo jesi ho na for 2012 ebesi this time na say ade no enya adai ene da so si ho adai ni ejesi ho wo hwe se de omo kana na say nya ade a omo hye da eyusu because of this issue we hu
ni ntwiru ngoi
exactly now say busa ho say na omo mo ti mantem hu nyina nim se saa da yenye eye dan ni mu obu ho kwan so onko yemu asori eye dan it is a pa se omo a su no omo hwe so ene mantem ho fo no enim se saa dan no enye ene omo ma enkofo ko mu asori a em se omo ensem yi ano me se no kure pa se de enkofo ken na se omo ensem so mu yi ano na se saa asema esi omo ka ho bi ena esi nti eno nso no mesre empanimfo se monhwe na monhwehwem ni ehun se yampa se na nipa nim se dan nye na se yede ma manfo ko tena mu ana so omo ko tena mu no mu nim se nye ena osofo di animu se mo mran ko tena mu a monhwehwem ni ehun se de so ya tile na se blue ba windows nim esi ho since 2008 se ade na enya se de eka no ade na yembungu esi wo sa no so behwe na nkofo akode dem omo omunya ba bi ndar no makode dem enti asem besi no na ba bi ni ba no omo wo ho sa labadi die ya menua eken doc eken se labadi die menya hwe so we kai dai besi ho because ase omu ya lesi ho esi wo for more than 20 years enu se ye ho dai ese labadi stretch no do na em se ye si no ma wo ho ubehu ni akosi bibia bata no na chinebi na asema koba oko airport city I ho fe dan si ho a for more than 20 years or more than 15 years sa dan ye nwie eno so ho asem te say and dan bebre structures that can say bebre wo kromu ha for so many years ye jesi ho enya ho hwe me I think say private o public o say aban start to one among niema enipa sometimes when to me say ebia report ni ba na ebehu even before say emergency services ni na kra eba no na omo te mantem okra to me nipa be nsia efri edanim na che say omu say na sinkofo from many ade ba do hwe a na omo fem no na omo boa wuhwe na yemrante omo ho no mani abre na omu yi nkofo fi no omu yesei international bo ma baso say asem siye omo ngina ho anya hwekan no mo do mo gi mu no mutimi yi enkrofo free mu if emergency service one kwa buy no kwa no mo kire mo wa ha obi wa ha na yankopɔ adom itimi yi nipa aduonu efree mu nipa miensa so efree ba se de bia ye ka no de ebesi bia no yemfa enase ema onyankopɔn ade ba ko a minua kan ya honorable kan ya eno so bese mefo aso ne se osofo nyankopɔn hye ne den na ne mamienu wo mu wuye no enye ade a eda fom kra mekai ense 2009 mu ho no ebi to Reverend Anaba, yes, if I'm not mistaken. And the quite a nipa nsia ono ane mama mienu enya asem ketwa area ho nti ba wo hwe se de wasimi akomu abesi na Yakopon hye ne den say Yakopon na wo hye Reverend Isu den no me bompa ye se won hye Reverend Don Considine na oni na busuafo omuntumi fa sa no mo nti mini aba me de besi ya na yato ankomo no so
okay enye na ye to so ayenko customs AI rakes in millions a day. Revenue projected to increase with full rollout. Yes, I see me the kai HHM. Randy, right now on a wing gobit. Eba has say no. Okay, needy. I think say a traders something association. One more
Gutana
traders advocacy. Akojua Mwateng. Me kai passe. Kodwa Mwateng eba hase no okase omode GRE akọ court because of sa incident in the deputy finance minister e aba betu just sa AI na wo mo hyehyɛ na kyese niam ebo obi de me fa ne sese gari a basa makofa gari ne se nipa ne ba bia ne duty oba abeye osi o meto no 1 cedi na obi nso aba osi meto no 50 pesos sese de be ya sa ade no nyina to betwa na yetimi enya the actual price no and uniform now out of that pilots no me na chese car wo mu etimi enye free mu chese ganye no mu implement ya ka se sika ni nyina enwunagu then no na Kodwa Mwateng say the mode ba to generate a revenue mobilization device no no problem but the engagement didn't go well. The institution behind and also the company behind sa project here by they want to know because omofa icons are omunim say Ghana link and na behind icons. So if there is any problem, they are marching straight to Ghana link. But this is a situation they don't know the people, the engagement didn't go well, education no answering now. Nini na ka ho and omode akọ na they say the minister is okay. Could it be say nkanchemuni koye mu say this the amount in a way, you know, and I say at the end of every day the ombe generate and I say even a month the ombe generate. Do you think senkomo ebe pose be oppose and we say any idea da honoma one of me shall say dey free honum dey because na wa ben mu ya beni
abena menda wasibiem na me koso nchi a wahwefo na say kamia ko say o come constituency a obi a hwe UT
message me ba
no dey na do me chia o na o me regional organizer Rachas obo no homodin pa origin ni mo also a glue hwe Dimichia on the regional executive nyina ne obi a ohwe nyina me constituency chairman area to it so me chobia abena governance good say you be engaging mra you be introduce new product or new policy or whatever na say na ohwe ye nuanum ya na o ka say good for ba ne ade ya ye Ghana for so ade ba kwa won say the deputy minister responsible for finance also engage, but traders they say the engagement wasn't enough. So Ghana for they have every right. So because engage, but it wasn't enough. But we a leader and so Ghana only said yeah ding said before they say did change. What the advocate for paper. There will be little resistance. By any abetina nyina dog na nya mayoni engineer abetina ni say amene onso nim say oman ya yetimu yi si ebetumi emre beba na ebejai ne enko amanone enko kobobosia da bia ye enko sresre na ye school a edan a sebi ebuye a ye kan wasem history start emre senti enwie ye ya kwan ye nsuo ya pomudi ni nyina abekoso a eyesi ye fa kwan a ebetumi de anya sika efi oman mu. Now we share see now can icons a year abindada betu ye na abindada issue. I was a member of the finance committee. Okay. Now there was still a gap but we need to improve upon the existing system. Ye hu adwuma ye ra to forcing system are being put in place ye betumi near raking in more revenue because you and I are very much aware say there are several leakages in our systems. And I will share Porter. Yeah, can Professor Moss also unexpected visit to GRE. Meraho. The way that Professor Moss was very bitter, he was very angry, not because on one year, but they do more. Shannon say tip of buyer, the Minister of Finance, the National Security Team, Tracy,
$85 million.
Exactly. So this is a system, a banner improve your system, no, yet me raking in more revenue. But the iron you need to engage. So I'm about to minister and engage you that year. Kamebetina as member of parliament, sir, may represent Adekye Nsroma and fees, sir. Meaning say interest, before because the impact on air importers, no, it has another impact. So what market yeah. Inti yeye oman ye chechire no minister na mo otu no ye see be support na the day o money say also mo introduce AI system AI artificial intelligence etumi aboa ma hwe weekly no sika nke be ko waste saying is it $3,000 or he mentioned the figure that's in the I was reading
more than that or
dollars a week
more than $3,000
which is it's 3 million a day.
Yeah, a day extra revenue that would have been lost.
Exactly, 3 million. And so there be a over parliamentar. Yet me approve a loan 5 million. Near tam ye kwaji loan ye de be school ye de be nsuo ye be kwan. But ye port to her and ye kwati kwan so. If structures are put in place, ye checking normal. So if a day you reki even when you the enke ko so $3 million a day multiplied by 30 because almost every day pot ni adwuma that's a month she sika beba kroma and I will share ade I introduce no so abena ade ba ko aboan ye pa ne say IDF say IDF means import what is it determines way no model ban the quantum of normal okwakofaba it may want me the actual value because among for bar the value sometimes they hide behind the system na kasa o
eno na opinion no or yeah o chemu e de maye no na no wo kase no o chechema no o say sa bano value na anase be a price and na o ma o sete China as an example say so open do one jour a honum na aye market area central here a honum bia eba ubenye bibia bi o honum but China no dey almost say province bia want noted equipment o mo ye wo honum say wo honum director na wo source niam bo no eba from compared to obi o Guangzhou enti for instance obi akwakoto phone yi wo Guangzhou na say the amount of thousands cedis but for so ko different province e ho na ye phone ankasa and no wunya na 1,000 it will be maybe 800 or 600 Ghana cedis
exactly
it is a me the ba me ko fa phone se ba na me be catch say 600 that's 800 na so ka say there be obi dia ba nipa na say 1,000 cedis then it means say what would nipa offer nipa no price na me no neboka because me call the source no but be nipa no so ankwa fa wo nti eno na no mo so raises concern
abena minim say it is good genuine and system bi I be introduce bia no there's no way we can have a perfect system and as a way so air con animo no there in sem beba ho in sem na beba then the ministry will continue to engage the people na bia say ka say yetenase system uye den wie kra na ene na omo ka say yo watchina the another people will come out and raise another issue. But when you know what is the purpose, what is the rationale? I didn't hear about this bit me aboa. Ema the current system no ababeboa. Aboa verification, aboa declaration of the actual busa. Odeba habo no. Emuka. Ebeba kakra obehu another union so a identify bibi. Into here ne say wo tie we dia onku anim. Eya no say hian so obaji adwenkyere. But the ultimate aim and say aban bana say ojeje revenue a yenhwe say botanti a yejeje sika no ye de aye
that purpose
because we need enough me oba me constituency as you speak me here kwan me kan ya ho nsem it will shock you to know as you speak ECG as a company abena omo transformers
constituency
region even the region western region and urban national so umbenya transformer this is a ministry of what is it energy in our minister abua obo they need enough revenue see between ama stable power hwe ya kwan a yesese o hwe big push ya roads ya we have GOG funding government of Ghana ne part where do we raise that money from your hospital no bed syndrome sebi wabusuani be yare obekwa pomden bia no akɔhwe ne nkwa keke so
honorable memo wa home so busofo se wo hwe mfonyini a etwagu yedi enkomo ya vice president her excellency Jenana Opoku-Agyeman na akopie ewo venue hon menra atorenchema isi wo Newtown no until live coverage na yede mamo no nti o mampanyina be de chire akopie mu hon ma wo hwe se de city a woni mpanyinfo hon security services and agencies o mo hon nyina so ne o mo interact no nti e bon komo ni nyina so na ye twa no so so hu samfo nyina live ana pay yi o hon sisi e make say yi vice president e wo hon a wo kase nsem chofo so hon ma o mu twa e de maye live ona bo ma mi jama na wrap up
mpacho yi nti young boy vice president so ene apamfo ni nyina abaso na ye hwe se ko no say be next year and a few months to come be din komo a ne ye hu say sisi dan na bu but there's still the problem to get them school done papa na ayana motuo the amounts here done as in proactiveness and rami who no special aid ama prat and we no so yes nti wo hwe system here be ya abana bana be correct bibi wo hwe the year from April 2020 to August 2025 $31 billion was transferred to abroad with that corresponding goods and under declared import led to a loss of approximately 11 billion Ghana cedis. So, yen nyina nyitum say system na aba no ebeboa na say ebe ha adwen. Aye nipa ho adwuma de challenges kakra beba. Ade bia ye introduce a there's no system I be introduce abeka say ebe perfect. You will not have any complaints. Fortunately, we have a listening government on listening leadership who share area to forcing any deputy and even area support GR yembo na baso who share abide by their level of efficiency in terms of raking in revenue. Yes, they will improve upon it. No mo so betie gutafo asem na sika ne banso a aban dia ye the SOD ye na hyewo abena kran say if this is what the government is taking from the port and nam mijuma media say na metumi di enya na China for no mo kan China is advanced country. Ghana we are developing a country. It's yen say we learned system yade ayesua AI it wasn't in the system in aba but in advanced world no more practicing for quite a long time. Into yensu ye ba bedu o ye ba correct ni enya systems enya habon ko a the various institutions because doc said something me man no see no obi o ha beka so on inspect edan na bibi
no one no esi ache
and
no you do the 1 minute
exactly o man say individual bi so share the corner inse so on ya ade nsum o man no obako na akọ ne pocket so ye nya system ebetumi aboa a check ni nyina ye this can be ya de papa Ghana ni bia o kasa o je ne to a obetua but many a time amayofo no sika ne ba ya na accountability no
Wacha no dia kwa kushe tokuro. No kama membra also.
Yo. That's it in your bab now. AI. AI eboa ewo eto ya gigi no wo. Ye Ghana ye friend say. Yeah, there's a port. The person become treatment. Yeah, gigi sa to no. Asempa. In fact, AI say nipa bejina ho say na menu anu ka no nipa bejina ho na nipa na dwe bebo ne ntanta AI wo program na ade a odi tu ni trimu na ono oye ba nipa do gina ho timi ti sana dwe anytime
o de fa we bra
si ade ma se sama dwe me na me ka se meji we si ade nti etimi eko wrong place but sa news we no good news okay. And again, I will applaud the president or the leadership for taking such an initiative because I see continuity, which was very much championed during the administration about digitalization and all that. So it's a good thing. HSA Ghana, we have a direction, and both sides also see good things in each other. Until through na esefata sa compatibility no they deploy it to be able to achieve what the whole nation consider as the interest. Okay, yeah, so the senior me start e kan ye no say any papa na any pa ana mfasodia e de bra ye de eba ye Ghanaian tax collection system no swift collection of tax, okay, and also improved collection of tax. In improvement, the fact that you reduce, the time in dealing with it. It is sanya you prepaid in mobile, first now queue whatever what we call it electricity bill on months. Is not to feel now at all. It brings about efficiency. And when he say rent you being ko ne ko to bibi bra me anase ko ne kutua tax we ma me we dia wo de onioma ne eba port na no nhihye ya wa follow sap due process ni nyina system ne check etia ya de papa say yebo afano ni nyina abaso for such a thing na minu na kasa no or can be for I think the gutter
Randy, you know, so a concern there. Randy, and Obimpe, or Hodma, Mr. Monkai me pay omu full name no. The Omudi Jerry Echo Court no. Ramankwa, Saukuna Traders Advocacy Group of Ghana. Yes, tag. But you run it there, Mankwa. What did Kojo am what? Oh, Madame in the day, Mr. Fajin. Say AI in the the actual price
okay.
And he said the Deputy Finance Minister AK say was any pan or bar and the ideal price is what the bar me so a value near man markets and it was a and I'll bet you
and the abafo and your ma buy a DSA ebeboa isan say or nipa edema or mine na Ghana yinya yisikasem ehia ne trea won faso dear development in the country school ebi ni say bia abandoned structure bia ebi wo kra na obebubu no kra na ho yesika ebubu no wesi dan abandon ni usanso ho yesika ebubu no sika ni ho ntino wo hwe ne ha na ebu ekunipa ni nyina ntisi etimi collect widen your net in terms of focusing on a particular area say leakage e wo ho ya plug ya I tell you we'll be able to have enough to fund roads, to fund hospitals, to fund school buildings, to even create jobs. Because we see school building and now we create jobs. We hear rules no create jobs. Ama drona nyebi aye ama omanya sumdwe. But from governance perspective, no, that is in the wake of this traders association concern. You see, your friends, perception is as important as what we call it procedure. Okay, processor bubefaso na odi aye nhihye bi no onu so hia ti se nhihye na odi abana enti as trading association no omo ehuni se bibi etoche bibi nhyedan ko yie e wo sa adwedie eye revenue collection ni sa ni ma no enti enkebe ya ebe hia se aban eni on betna se no no so abiebie ni o ma so a kire o see because system they will introduce it is not a foolproof once a human being control and foolproof benya challenges as when we negotiate and dialogue we'll be able to find solutions and then settle out issues so that we all get to where we really want to be in terms of development. And I think say ne be ya ban no enkonko shebe bibia as a friend say dark place be and am person become tree no pa esumase bi enkrofo nwen sa ase aban kwa akɔhye esumase bi no de sa de na aban no aban na beboa no emo amanfo anyway no aban eni omuhia na Ghana fo nyina so yehu ni aban de ba na enye enipa ma nyina
okay yo mate engineer Pempe man capital bio
that's say AI na say technology a use no amamu mu no ade a pa na nyina ebe kai a His Excellency Dr. Baumia ade a o use the ATS as vice president champion no here lay the foundation of the digitalization in Ghana ama enoma nyina na build upon the foundation ole here unfortunately tamana all champions are the nyina no na bebre enhu ehia magana na be free say we abandon economy they are called IT not knowing say you need the infrastructure to be able to build upon your economy ebi na be say ye ka AI ama oman no enye sika mo wo hia obi a woni swade hunu o hwe kokan na otimi aye sa de we anye sa infrastructure and also digitalization nyina na ka se sei ka AI ye be use nke nya adwuma is who call GRA aso ya say GRA mu use ITAS collecting tax no are more efficient ni nyina ye enoma ye di egu akwam amana abedru sei na se de bia ye ka no governance is continuum it no see mi amaba na say omo so no di bia be ka ho a eye mebo maba so with that one na Ghana enya emphasize ho mfaso nemum Ghana no say you focus on the collection of tax and I say revenue collection no bebre na kujina ye port no so say the minia emo eken is association of is it trade is it association of trade
trade
association
trade advocacy group of Ghana.
Okay, trade advocacy group of Ghana. Okay. Say the omoke say ade no omotimi akonya no e wo fom na say omoba say the omoka so omko China omotimi nya source e wo fom na so omoba na ye de tax no e ma general price e say e wo China so omo beton so a esi e say timamufo no so no ne bo be ye de amaye iti esi no na ye hwe ni yie say yesi ho kwan say de be ye omungu aban no esi make sure say enoma no enko soro na ne bo enko ye den ema ya yete emai mu because obi a odidwa bia no say oba na say eka obo ho no edoso a o ton a ye ni ebetua nti no so mesre aban ese omonhwe anuye na unfortunately I say the policies of Abenya always is so much geared towards enhancing import. Even the management of your forest Ukraine, you disike shame mesikana kofom say the bear a bit me import no more. But the productivity and I say the manufacturing and I say industrialization of our industries no akofom pa SME eniko ho. Say we share
any award dey say e kra na ma ba no mu no e more.
Say yakoye omaya you consuming kwa. Oman bian so no betima akonanim when you are consuming. Say you import to enoma.
Engineer who no say we can put a import and so on hold because we've not started and I say we don't have enough production. You need production. The woman say we are supposed to produce our own there. But you drew a hormone and I say we are producing all right, but it means the quantity a bit to me meet the demand. Must we put the imports on hold?
You see, I'm not saying we should put the import on hold, but we should implement policies. A bit to me encourage industrialization. A bit to me encourage first of all 1% or more enoma ewa say. Say may you sue you kuku you sue you good home. You lithium you sue see na raw material no but sometimes the processing costs na obey no no that's how we can boom na faso ni so be processing no na say odeko me just be my way as an example and I can give a clear example which I have experience with in the garment manufacturing.
Okay.
In produce kwa ma no there but because we produce aton organ how oboka say okofa fabric aba so abepama because Ghana ha produce fabric e dey t-shirt your fabric you produce revenue no so better but you create employment pay ebeba you create industrialization your friends say company you didn't come on so they come on you didn't we can be now we can be
I can't domestication
because e dey nya
okay. Me we say no boatwe be ado rebata house bi ade. Me we say no boatwe be ado rebata house bi ade.
O we kakra bi ana me kan say. Onim say o kan me de mbeka no kra o kan. Timiti ana me bo me say ma say. Usa senti on say na say Ghana economy na kwa say import driven economy. But yen nyina ye gitum. But sisi a ye gina mu ya ban ba 1 year no ntumi ka say o 10 no. Emaya be export driven. But indicators so nyina obvious say this government whatever you need to do to encourage a business class no or one then a bit me and motivate you say obey business so that's all compensate production in Ghana na expensive or your lending rate at saying when you go to China for mobile no any Indians no omo deliberate system aye more loan ebi wa interest free some of fanya na pay back aban na grant thank you but over economy ntisa but aban buy once president ko for abreso uti fie ne the loan chesi o se bra beji bosia ye adwuma na ntuma adwuma business koso ye buy lending rate as at aban dada no abreso na ye 35% 31 depend on the bank no as we speak banks are lending at 19 18 20 into yeboa ema omo into business e betumi inject it. Now look at our inflation rate now e be na businessman na project it as at binder da no January 21-23 no as we speak it's 3.3. It helps you to project plan as a business person so we invest our moka the cedi dollar relationship as we speak you know you about me I promise you I raise the dollar or the cedi you mama said no or strengthen cedi need to battle against any foreign currency. Riley has done that on digitalization. Let's settle this call. I say Accra Digital Center abaya best no ye when him say 2000 and I was looking at GIFMIS Professor Moss. I was working at Akwa Nsroma Municipal Assembly assistant internal auditor. Introduce GIFIX and my reform public financial act no and no more see a very straining leakages no. That was 2013. Certain na end this also. So I buy be abo here then or twaso. Who share e-heads. Any idea nyina idea na your hodada. It's here about me idea the enim ni say you run another catcher and say, even though he wasn't a card-bearing member of the MPP, but because of his knowledge about the economy, and it's not then by a running mate, and all Benson also already experts in the management of the city and the dollar. And no man is over me at the economic management team. It's all coffee no kujaya dollar no 17-15 Ghana for can was 14. So 14, 17, 15, 14. 14.3
honorable member
14.3
the records
14.3 no one pay 4 cities and na Ghana for ka enti me like engineer ne komo aye di na edu ba bi ase ehwe Ghana because among yourself there be make us a party between Ghana be remain but Ocean Amo His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Tua and no matter even the award which was given to him recently in Philadelphia no prestigious award. I don't know why the first president in Africa, Eddie Amam, that would motivate investors to come and invest here. Now, production need development also. Now, you're more relying on import of commodities. Yes, you have to me export to be. See the cocoa, you do 50%. You better know how export to 50% beans. No, I had about parliament.
Cocoa for some Muhammad in the cow. Then they are.
Beyond the political yeah, what's here when you say Ghana amaya almost so powerful now almost development plan so blueprint it's about the rate at which a particular administration attains a height in terms of development any a party you on the back say you've really achieved or not so but well when him say Drew events election we are parties in the manifestos bar and shut down and reflect our interests as a nation. So interview how best starting if federal na
Ajiego.
I think so no also was starting a new way but ulusu power obi so beba beto aso no so ba say enya me media ntimi nye sure why no oboneka obo oman nyina aka isan say e oman sika ene de so and tying this to friends and the digitalization bit say nana and you profata and start here your friend is saying nana don so eba betu here we nyai almost free power ora mahama onu so nyai ya dia bedru AI at the port right now into continuity ade bia eboma oman ekonkan very important but ye be yet say your personal sabi ebusua entawantawa dem na akunya beto na we etwene ha na we etwene ye no ema
sa busiano enko so.
Okay. Engineer.
Me can't work.
Oh, now for engineer.
Oh, there be.
Oh, that be because I can be no so me train ma those in Kenya. Other because I yeah, make can say local companies no. Yeah, ho chire because me so I'm a local manufacturer.
Oh, okay.
We produce garment, t-shirts, uniforms.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Everything, you know, we are producing my buying credit, school uniforms, Zoom Lion, a lot of security uniforms. You see how we can say produce t-shirt to US. So the capability, and a company in India, the capability in these things is that's why I say I'll use something that I'm very much into, and I know a lot about. You see, but a problem, and they say, yes, the government is doing certain things to encourage local production as industrialization. But on the other side, there are certain policies that are hurting industrialization at the same time.
Okay.
You know, yes, inflation above from. But any government services are here to 30 to 40%. They say we free zone now near 30 to 40%. Permit be every government as so here 30 to 40%. So these are some of the things that it is working against whatever policy ABI office already encouraging the industrialization. Electricity cost. They say electricity costs are so they say almost 4%. The emphasis since 2014 cost about 25%. Electricity is one of the main costs for industrialization. You know, and there's something in Ghana here. Elsewhere, we use electricity more, less. But in Ghana, the industry don't use more, which I don't understand. Because elsewhere, those that are high consumers, they pay less per unit. But how they are high consumer more. So these are some of the things that encouraging industrialization. See, dollar needs to be making. When the dollar comes down, it means import are cheaper. So when you compare with what we're producing in Ohana, it's very expensive. And especially if the dollar now above from no, you know, it's being done suppressive and organic, then deliberately we are disadvantaging or producing organic. These are some of the things I'm saying. Yes, I know the government has taken steps to meet industries and all that. I know about all those, not even in this industry, in other industries. But what are the policies that are driving the growth of those industries?
More needs to be done.
Exactly. That is where we have to look at.
Good for reserves probe will be pursued. Now, was say what the semi to ja Masebejumokase or Modiana Uncomope accountability transparency. Ebe one fine good for reserves no being shishimu nanso dom kese no ano ye danger wo mo say wo mo defeat wo mo aka so ye fan 20 na won de wo ka say dachi bia no o mo be probi no ma ye shishimu ehu emu e fine ono mo san shase de free o
man say na de wo shase na this one oh, I'm good, but I said, what's that? Now I check. In the end, it's okay. I'm not about titles, but oh, yes, Mr. was not the what change you. I'm engineer.
Engineer, but it's
no person me shall see there. You can be said one woman say do. One bit me and and the thing is, I'll get the opportunity to also speak. For me, it's not a problem. We can discuss. You see, good for reserves. Sir, issue there. And a hard drink. Apart from that $214 million economy boy, yes, it's a shame because almost say operational losses. But what accounted for that operational losses? Yet memuha said the engineer can yeka sa custom for AI. The AC and this one say benya mosika near the Aboa development. I want to say Puntunuma or Ghana. And this ya share sika bi baby a. And come me shame. Ni making sure say acquire ya fast research sika ni betumi esi ano. Na ebi nsi bi. Ana dog asema make kan. Kaya simple. We kan ye metwe. Ya shame say ni say we obi anka say obi aye boni o. Yes, yeah, you lose to say operational losses. Any problem. But any shame you say at the potting bay and the my lose the way. Say the bay bet me about home by your queen. And Cabana do with any problem. Meaning the entire the majority assume then if you have to assist will be more than single or but if or cover for a betty. Now they are put the air for parliament. You don't guess our cover for a betty. Don't put the air of parliament. Me them room dey maintain here. Na because 214 crowd there. And crowd you pa. Ye Ghana and governor Edebetu ye dim say in the last quarter of 2025 no. Ya ton 18.2 or 18.4 tons worth of our reserves. Na ye ton no $3,500 per ounce. Okay, can you now boma? Necessary. You turn in your home for so as in your $2.22 billion. We are fine. She move be amba. Idea. Central for Busai. Minority Busai. They say and shall say be a mad intia all of a sudden. Now the said the aim objective they say we need more gold for our reserves because if we are see buying beer increasing the gold reserves they be strengthening the currency because people are moving away from the dollar because they say no some time pass no not dollar is stable but they say no that people say dollar no now who the age na the ote US akonya no so obi atim betra so ye de ope bia betimi affect we are for Nina, and they say, oh, beer airborne home buying. Say the bear, whatever happens in the US, no, it will have less impact on Onipakrono, Nabai. My for examples be into the BRICS country, we are see countries, Bay Numa, or Macom, who are born, the influence of the West, no, as we be Brasikakra. Oshe, or Mukabo, or good reserves, I will say, no, say, over 6,000 tons. Good reserves, 5 new together. The Esa Omukra no Brazil no 145 tons of gold. China over 2,000 tons of gold reserves. Russia over almost 2,300 tons of gold. Yeah, 30, 34 me boy. Ono boy no aboa me kakra.
30 plus.
Yeah, 30 plus. Me akoto 18. Obusa wunya ho nchirase bia de na omo na nam chen ene de mintimi fanya official because a free bank of Ghana on the buy but the new bubu can say a diversification of our reserves na you fit see gold ni doso into yes say $5 so ka ho but you can say na dollars them say obey 9 or 11 billion worth of dollars are reserves or you say the dollar ni bi ni o dollar no so wo
it now the question is it say Abrena a governor Bedebetu just so matono within the space of about 2 months the prices no equal so no that is where in cinema when you be amopesi be say anko ne sana na say ton no moton ye na ntiti na
abna me baho if it was government policy say opesa diversify into the gold in doso
and it is allegedly.
Yes, it is a policy that you can have as a government. Say the office say, what so? The office say, yeah, beboa or minor. Yeah, they make me advice, say, but if that is your objective, then you are pursuing it, and maybe in the long run you have something in mind. So that is fine. But here is the case: say, even time I know more ton, based on Bank of Ghana no data, or more data. Now gold price was around 4,000 to 4,300 per ounce. Bank of Ghana now data. You go for data free baby. Now so no more 3,500 per ounce. Let's say oh, now you lose between 500 and 800, even a month on $800 per ounce. And then the question is say now I don't know what spot price. Let's say I don't know which now now ton ye. Now you now ton ye there a day and 1 ton at the prevailing price na ne wo ho no. And now say unu obi ekeka ho na ton ebi am fa so ton before asana time ni be do am 1 ton. Then
time ni be do am announce say what.
No, even in trade no. Sometimes no futures which me ton ade na ene. We say be in 3 months time better one because share e be a price na e ba form. It will secure obi 2 hours here na later no the amano. And no. But time na the whole 2025 no gold was going up. The trend of gold was going up. And there was no basis to even sell as futures. There was no basis. And as I was told that time now take so on what basis now take so that particular time. So that question is no you at this moment bang on go and find actually see MI. That is one. There to be no. Omo ton wie no. Bosomo miensa kra mba. And omo sa ba here. So say there your policy ni say you to gold more. In the 18.5 now 18.6 na ton you know. You start to turn it back. Now omo turn it back no. Abena omo turn 5,500 per ounce. That's how come is over 3.something billion dollars. And omo turn no. As a Ghana you be lose 1.27 billion dollars. Now if it was your policy say you are going to diversify obi any problem eh day and na bosomo miensa pe wasa ba change that policy no and I say ofa wadwen say na obeye na we no say ade am ye na enye intimi san tell ni biem let's just say those that are at the helm of affairs no we have to question their capability and their capacity
resource for mamena
enti the ye can say sa gold na ye ton ye no why na ye ton ma no negotiations any here no e hu documents we ye hwem adan na adan na ye for
zamayofo ne ya na we bin jam bi amaye honorable me so ye brand no air so nti and why ni nti etem honorable no munsusu ye omo kemini me say asema engineer kan enyamode sesa na munsusu ye nti nti ni adan nti na mom bi kwan na mom probi se de be ya susu ye ne be free o
abena one thing they say I don't know come way back so parliament no de na ensem trofo come aye pie na ekosis na MPP for him say they omo fa ken of real time right because they now believe in accountability.
No maybe
normal count say cathedral they did this without resorting to parliamentary but the money here say abena
omo politics try essential
abena politics we hear the ekoso okroma ye John Dramani Mahama ye na parliament rising ye fa bibia matum any say omukro omudi motion ne ba ye no the sponsors of this very motion no edu Friday na ye be hu adwuma ye rakojo Oponkroma wasn't in the chamber ye rakojo Oponkroma he wasn't in the chamber omudi motion it was only honorable Jerry Weja ono kwana na ewo ho it means on two bibi agumu keke no mo so nim say abena emrama auditor general wo hwe article 187 clause 2 of the 1992 constitution auditor general service act 2000 act 584 section 13 say Bank of Ghana see the governor and the secretary okay show mo say obesia public account committee no gold board no operating through a Bank of Ghana council no the law mandates the auditor general to audit the accounts annually. So when therefore okay, how can you say the omoka say 240 something plus losses? Losses. Ayadea omokoshi IMF form so omokoye meeting MPP for no omoka. You can't base your issue on unaudited accounts. So when the auditor general does with the audited accountant, it will come before a public account committee. Fortunately for you minority for no, you are a former deputy minister of finance. Abena, yeah, chair or down. So we have more questions beyond. It will be answered on that particular what is it committee. It's the more kind of idea. To gold board, yet gold board buying. abena emfaso di ade abe krom ha na ye omo wanwa that attack was on Yera Sami Jemfi say nipa I just say ebebu na Nyankopon yi na mayen Yera to forcing omo nimdie all causes shocks abua yeti gold ball say what abena gold ball say ye benya bibia so that we can maintain our forest when the need arises say omo here forest there di dwan ye benya bi and exactly what gold board has come to solve that problem. No more kasi ya ton your reserve near there. Our reserve has been improved. You are pushing the 25%. Now when you go deal na bra, ye deal go da. Your reserve, you know, ya kasi the reserve ne go asi ye some ne keke. Ya the reserve ne go say, Ebabua Bank of Ghana what's their core mandate? Their core mandate is to make sure say, managing the city. I'm a business class say engineer prempe no, or also no water no. It is a gold prices ni kostra. Now gold wo ho a utumi ko market no wakwa ko tobi to help now their show forest no it is a gold price ni baso okrom I ba form na wasan ko no wakwa ko tobi to replace the wakwa ko ton as we speak the ebeto here no they increasing by 25% is the reason why our currency is now stable. They are not referring Ghanaians to the losses of gold for oil. I will say now ko benya no say gold for oil 23 about Kasi 2022 about Kasi we don't know any losses abroad the gold for ever. You can say you know a recurring expenditure we business person be our better gold board
said we see actually man now say inti say what someone to say they can you know to boost the economy and then why you purchasing at the time prices and so high and everything I want to gold in Emma for my son what said be boka ensen said it was it all. And I make us a canon mocas here bocano. What are their basis? To Udia the Cabia and Cabia say until say Auditor General at the report. And report about. Okay. I know so many. It's the reason why Yera could go upon Kroma. He should be part of the debate. He was not there. The major sponsors of that motion of the debate, they were all not there. A career Jerry Kwampe. Enti omo baba ye bibia se entu bibia hu ba de ba ko ama pa free enu na MP before me pese omo boa engineer boa ne say o may be ye ya e say ye accountable to the people enti mu ba ya mamu amubebu ye se poalugu $11.99 million here ko west no mu na ye nsanka sky train $200 million mu ne nsanka injection of high tons of money into what is it swimming pool no almost is the cry obibo program or swimming pool so the other parliament any sorry for a swimming pool abana bo amna ko mo
abana swimming pool
cathedral blending
swimming pool
abana person be say wan corner
sir because we believe in accounting to the people and we are ready and as I supported my argument with this act it's the responsibility of the Auditor General it's nyame ya don mo twen who be end of year report ni beba public account committee will sit on it na ya hwe say e kaba na say e kamai but the ultimate goal dey gold for reserve gold for gold board near the buy and say beba near forest no any seed in the currency na stable and that's exactly what His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Yera to forcing NDC government ye ma onem kromo obi ase aban papa aba tina wa hwe wa ho fa we tina 6 months we dey IS no ko match we IS no ko
not so much me Batman enti napa rukaya na chebo
dog why and dog the same the ana me
no beju no
o no ni napa yo hene yere rukaya abna chebo ate
that costume no ma ye pa
me da say awofa da roba
insano of it yeah gold board reserves and its buhaha sa ishishei ishishei a enye adia the ordinary person okay ordinary Ghanaian eti asiesa ishishei a eye hwe honorable explanation and ama nyina no say omo twen normal turn na say omo diversification you have to be smart to be able to do that na hwe say na economy no ye nyina na ye complaining at the time na prekupe BBC aba besisan BBC no then it means saade no workable with na senya me di kan no perception okay is as important as
the process.
Yes, the procedure. Yeah, you go say hey, you need economics. Oh, can diversification, but focus here. Yanti here. The being say government communication team crown ebe mount to sa town hall meeting na or they are propagating in shisha power map for Ghanaians. So na ekobani say afanunu fa baako epese you say you know parliamentarians they represent us in parliament as voters. Etinu sa afanu epese omusiki sa you know for our interests as Ghanaians. Na ebani say mo no san say mo ye dodo no entino ma veto. I mean you voted against a year. Where there is silence it breeds speculation, rumors. Where there it's about accountability. Okay, transparency. Oh, and you might Auditor General. Tamben or Beba
end of the year. So every year.
But I shall see last year.
2020. Say late 2025. It's about come June, July, and more. No.
Okay, it will come here by August.
Exactly. A report will come. Report will come.
And they say an ancient check.
Exactly.
Mestre, don't come on say, Omunya butre. And a decorated monkey is still a monkey.
Dog.
Manuesi.
Can be so
What can you hear? What you from an
on that note, na ye jina edi jumedie no enyina so aba oh there be Mr. Yebra so until last one any last one because I can't honorable to hear
don't want to me so
constituency kasa
only constituency enemy so 1 minute why me so madaro
when me don't want say dog afan fire be share dey I think say you be call Easter say Nyankopon kan no bi ahwe no yi am feast so me ba fie ne ababedi Easter nso na say dwumadie bi a ye dey ensaka no ya hwe say Easter me o break ni betu one am say be wie e dey ama ye manfo na ye kwan a just a snap way there's a controversy because of the concerns adansi to jedua ekwan kwan a aban no dey ama contract reshaping and the municipal assembly through the MC no dey drip machines so course but the kwan dey ama contractor the contractor na so dey normal no dey oba na oba beye then say the coordination between the assembly and the drip unit anya juma ma drip for na before machine. So once the road has been awarded to a contractor, contractor and find no man. So I'll see to say contractor no be juma. As the MP I buy for contract na me pam contract and free so I'm there to serve the people.
Okay.
Me so me that was in
yes, say that's a pa doc Fabi so
na Grania na me worker.
Okay,
me chia me juma ye fo am ni omo ejuma mu and me students.
Okay.
Particularly me organization, Migration Web Africa. Se bia ubenya bre ama me da chi bi na ya twen komafa sa we ni so to kotena fo mu abrabo nsem ne.
Mate. Ye be ye ne sa.
Ti onna me worker na me mo bia so afihia pa. So obi anhwe ne ho yie ka si e kwa kodi stay ya se pentem ne sa ne ma. Then one kwahwe nkwa bo nkwa ho ban so kwa ho yia.
Yo engineer Mr.
I'm not really a quick one. Every say the essay Ghana phone nyina ate ase ne say ensema ye ka nyina no enye se bia ne kotena ba bi church ye the Bank of Ghana governor na eka ono ana okwa na nimuto say oton 18 point something no at 3,500 and ono aka say or turn 3,500 or say turn the back 5,000
cost to me bio.
Cost to me. On the kind remember the time. It was one of them to boy a car 1.2. We say the trail happy Easter. It will the Ghana for. Mama so end up from. Number 10 spokesperson. Say Bank of Ghana air boy a car $1.27 billion. And so the first majority say me
okay
you German kasa say ya anya say see ya na me say anya say see ya na 2029 ye ba and me catch ashe NPP for nyina nkran say 2029 me as national organizer no ye ba biem
na ye come yenye campaign na be opposition don't try 2029
na ye ba sa no no mi na o ma me anya e be hwem
organizer me obedi you support but 2029 na ugusi ne na me
Ada professor Edi wo enkomo over 30 trapped in Newtown building collapse. We say ya sama Edi ho enkomo interior minister de aba ma yinipa eduonumi ensa 23 ama emumi ensa de o mato na nanom wonse do ye ma eye adehye ene abusua nyina ya ko. Customs AI rates in millions a day. Revenue projected to increase with full rollouts. So, and a gold for reserves probe will be pursued in the future. Honorable Kojopon Kroma. Engineer Kwame Prempe, a former Deputy Chief Executive Officer of the Public Procurement Authority, PPO, has here done as a par. Dr. Hayford Yabua, a lecturer of political communication, Wisconsin University College, Sasson Executive Director, Migration Web Africa. Honorable Nicholas Amankwa, a member of Parliament, Emma Monformo, Amenfi East, and Ane, Omobama Ibidin, common pain for me, Damwase, Yamin Shambo Pa. I don't form do my happy birthday to Sister Pat. I asked God, she stays strong and believes mommy is always with her. From your big brother or say Kweku Buama of UTV. It's Buama say Sister Pat or my happy birthday. Yamisha no Jidi Samumame e come hopa and Buama so that of what one be jam nina so as say a year mimi de chemiano copene mame crabre into Yamisha be or buy or baby support. Happy birthday to Mrs. Abigail Crab. Long life, more age. Live in Cincinnati, Ohio. Until you live there. Okay, so you live in Cincinnati, Ohio. 50th birthday to Mrs. Abigail Krabs from ni Dr. Adote Jata. Until a year ni Dr. Adote Jata say Mrs. Abigail Crab wedding finishia edunum. We was Cincinnati, Ohio. I would say it's my happy birthday. Nyame won shan won your kese. Happy birthday to DCOP Mrs. Felix Ama Tebua Osei Queen. Also the Deputy Regional Commander, Eastern South Region, from Chief Inspector Bright in Tiamwa Senior. Almost my happy birthday. Said the medical dia to ashefo enim na awofa ene siesie me dana se probably people despite media me pacho uba awofa a shop on the hodom tea the shemi northern kenta ye wivi ni nyina wo bia body ma hemfo ni ho siesie nyina awofa e wonti me dana se na pe wa wo gibra wo church me di so asada kese e ye wo dia wo online messages amode ba ye nyina ye de mu nyina enso so asede entakru e wo chigina pawdufo mu ye mobodi o china dom ya Adekye Nsroma e wo ho no ma me dey abena cheboache me na beso mo bakra